Hey everybody, this is Jessica Luther. I just thought that I would take you along with me while I downloaded the most recent scrapbook. Actually, you know what? I don't think it's called the scrapbook kit. Is it called the scrapbook kit? No, the Storyteller digital kit from Ali Edwards. So what you're seeing right now is I'm in my Ali Edwards account. I am in my digital download section. And this particular kit comes as 3 different downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and click download on each one and get that going. I am using a Mac. And so let's see, that is one. It's going to look slightly different, I think, for those of you using a PC, but the idea is still the same. So the embellishments downloaded. We're going to open it. Okay, embellishments. I see. I clicked it too fast. So we got embellishments. What else do we have here? We don't need that or that. I actually am not sure that you can see my download screen. You might just only be able to see the screen that I'm sharing, which is my Ali Edwards account screen. So let's see. I did the embellishments. I'm going to go ahead and click the digital paper kit 12 by 12. And now I'm going to click on the 7 by 8 papers. And once I've got all of that downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and just open up those zip files so that I can drag them and drop them into Canva. Okay, so I've got those folders open. And again, apologies, you can't actually see my downloads folder on my desktop. But now we're going to go back over to my Canva account. And this is the home page that I like to go to. It's the all projects. I think that whenever you open up Canva, it goes here to home. But I like to see projects. So I go to projects and so first off, I have a ton of folders because I'm a Canva Pro account user. And one of the reasons why it's most beneficial to me is because you can have an endless amount of folders, and I find that extremely useful. So I keep all of Ali Edwards products in an Ali Edwards products folder. And then I organize them in the way that you see on my screen right here. These are all the different folders. Now, some of them are more organized than others. The Storyteller kits are going to go into a kind of generic AED kits folder that I have right here. We're going to click on that. And, oh, I need to make a folder, obviously. We're going to go up to the upper right-hand corner. We're going to say add new. And we're going to call this, I think it is story. I'm going to pop back over to that other folder. Well, actually, let's go here. Storyteller. I think it's number 5. Let's just say number 5 for a minute and see what happens. We're going to say open. Okay, I'm going to go back over to my Ali Edwards area just to make sure. Yep, story kits number 5. I'm going to go back over to the folder that I created. Okay, here is the biggest tip that I have for you when making folders is the first image that you put into this folder is going to be the image that shows up right here as the little preview image on your actual folder. So be intentional when you grab your first image. So we're gonna go back here. Obviously you can't see my download folder, but I'm just kind of looking through that. It gave me 3 different download folders. It gave me a 12 by 12 papers, a 7 by 8.25 papers, and an embellishment paper or an embellishment one. So I'm looking for the one that has the product like JPEG preview. And you know, it actually looks like, from what I'm seeing here, each one of those kits or each one of those sets has its own preview. Let's see. Okay, the 12 by 12 papers doesn't have a preview. Let's see if the embellishments has a preview. It does have a preview. Well, I'm going to take a look at that real quick. Oh, and the embellishment preview is, I feel like, the one that I want to show up here. So we're going to drop it in first. Okay. I feel like this best represents the kit because at a glance you can see very much the styling, you can see the color, you can see the embellishments. And oftentimes when I'm looking through my stuff, it's like, which one had those really cute hearts? Or which one had those oblong, oval embellishments that said story? And so like that, being able to see this real quickly, I feel like is going to be very helpful. So, all right, so now that we have that one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a peek. It's been a while since I've uploaded a kit, and I want to see how I've done it in the past, just for consistency's sake. So let's go into the Fun Storyteller kit. Okay, it looks like I have a folder for pocket tags. Okay, and everything else is dropped in. All right, now what I typically like to do is I like to do the 12 by 12 papers first, and then the 7 by 8 papers, and then I do the journaling cards, and then I do the embellishments. Okay, all right, that's a good little refresher. So let's go back over here. We're going to go back to Storyteller number 5. I'm going to go to the 12 by 12 paper pack. And it looks like there's 12 by 12 papers as well as 12 by 12 vellum. So we're going to start with the papers. It doesn't really matter when we're talking digital because, you know, it's all going to print out and view the same. It's just whether or not we choose to print it on vellum is what's actually going to make that design transparent or translucent, is the medium in which we print it on. And that's up to us. So I don't really think that it matters once we put them in here, whether or not it is paper or vellum. All right. So while those are uploading, I'm going to go over here, back over to my downloads folder, access the vellum file. There's only 3. So this shouldn't take very long. I've got them. I'm literally just dragging and dropping them into my folder here. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my paper. It looks like there's just one folder for paper. It does have a preview, so I'm just going to grab the preview, drop that in before I start dropping in all of the folder or the papers. There's really no rhyme or reason as to why I put that preview in there. I might need it for something. I might use it later on down the road if I want to use it as a reference. Like maybe I'm making a tracker document and I want to include all of the preview images to better organize and better find things. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it in there for that. So let's I think it's 7 by 8.25 papers is what's coming in now. While that's uploading, I'm going to go over here and find my embellishments. Looks like there's several embellishments, several types of embellishments. Let's go with the alpha stickers. I always have a little quandary about alphabets. We're going to hold off on the alphabets. We're going to do those last. I feel like alphabets should not live organized inside of their kits. I like to organize my alphabets and numbers regardless of where they come from in an alpha and numbers folder, and I'll show you where that is and I'll add those to that after I get done with this. I just feel like when I'm looking for an alphabet or a number set, it's easiest to just go to that one place and find them there. Okay, so again, that is just the chipboard kind of over like preview. It has all of the chipboard pieces on it that I uploaded first, and now I'm doing the chipboard individually. There's some cardstock frames for this particular kit that I'm gonna do next. I love these little shapes and this like two-tone design with the white hairline around it. Like I pretty much, this kit for me is perfection. I love 99.9% of the kit. The styling is fantastic. The colors are super fun. I can't wait to get my hands on, like, I can't wait to start using some of these items in my projects. All right, the cardstock die cuts is a giant pack. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of these. It looks like there are 50 pieces in this that are going to be uploading right now. Super fun. I love these hearts. These words are adorable. These little labels with the words. You can even, you know, use the day labels and erase the center word and add your own word. You could do so many things with that little spot. I can't wait to start using those. Super fun. Let's see. What else is in here? Oh, I wonder if I did the journaling cards. I may have already done the journaling cards. I'll have to look. Typically, I do the journaling cards first, but I did get really excited and I think I did the story cards and I didn't do the journaling cards. So I'm just going to scroll to the bottom, check it out. Frame, chipboard shapes, story cards. Yes, that's right. I got excited and I did not do the journaling cards. So that's all right. We're going to go ahead and add those now. And I think that this is the last piece of the kit that needs to be added to this folder. Super fun. I love this. So I want to kind of hang out while this is doing this. I don't want to go onto another screen because while Canva will continue to upload files to your Canva account while the screen is what they call inactive, it definitely makes it slower. All right, it looks like everybody has been uploaded. You don't see any of those little blue progress bars anymore. And right over here on the lower right-hand corner, this is new to me. I don't think I've seen this before. Where it has 124 items uploaded. You can go through real quick and see all the little green check marks. So that means that everything uploaded well. I'm going to go ahead and click out of that. All right. So we're going to just pop back over to AET Kits. And now you can see Storyteller number 5. It shows the little preview of the very first image we put in, which is this guy right here. So that is how I upload pretty much every single one of my kits. This particular kit this folder includes story kits as well. I don't have all my story kits uploaded here. What I try to do is as I need them or as I get excited about them, I upload them. I have a lot. So if I don't actually need them yet, they just live on the Ali Edwards downloads in my account. Okay, so we've got some other things. Some of the other ways that I organize my products is I went through one time and I uploaded all these journal cards. Some of these journal cards I made, like all these black and white ones, I made those in Illustrator and saved them and put them in here. But then these are just all of the journaling cards from particular kits, like just all the kits thrown in here. This was my early day of Canva organizing my digitals. I thought that this was going to be the way that I wanted to do it because I thought, oh, well, if I need a journaling card, this is where I want to go. It's really not. It's a lot of work and a lot of things to thumb around through. I do like having all of these custom made ones that I used Ali Edwards art to create. But this is not the answer for me, but I just haven't reorganized it. You will also see that I've got a folder for story play collection. And in here, some of the items are all just dumped in and you can scroll through here. And I think this is the original story play collection that had I believe it is the little moments. There's the photography in here, or maybe it's just photos, but I ended up making folders for all the other ones. It made more sense to me to put them inside a folder. So like, let's say the read one, for instance, it has a folder of its own. Same thing. I uploaded the papers first. Well, I uploaded the preview file first, then I uploaded the papers, then I uploaded the embellishments, and then one of the last things I do upload whenever it includes a digital stamp set is I upload that last, because those are most frequently the files I go to the most. I prefer to use the digital stamps and then recolor them or kind of create my own little things with those, as opposed to using some of the already created stuff. I just find that I reach for those more often. So I upload those last so that they appear first in my folder. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go to the alphas and numbers. Sometimes I create a folder for the alphabet set. Alphas are awesome. Number 7 is one of my go-to recently. I absolutely love it, and it has its own folder. So if you ask me why I created a folder for it as opposed to just dropping it in here, my answer would probably be that at the time in which I uploaded it, it made sense because I didn't want to have to scroll through the other alphabets to find it. But at the same time, the folders, if you're not familiar with what's inside the folders, if you don't know what it means, the words alphas are awesome number 7, then you'd have to open up the folder and look. So I have a love-hate relationship with categorizing by folder, because if you don't know the name that goes with the items you're looking for, then you could easily just be popping in and out of folders all day long, and then you feel like you're going to go crazy, and that's not a good use of your time or your emotions. So let's see, we're going to go back over here. Let's see what these alpha sticker sheet. I'm scrolling over here on my page. I'm looking for a preview. Okay, they're just cream or off-white. I think that I want to make a folder for them. And I think I want to call them, I want to give them some descriptive name so that it looks very much like a Gothic or a Futura typeface to me. So we're going to add new folder. We're going to say cream sticker sheet, Gothic / Futura. And that's just going to tell me that that is the style of the actual letters. So let's drop in the overall sheet so we can see those. As you can see, it's very, very hard to see, especially with this transparent background, but this is it up close. And I'm going to close that. I'm going to open up the folder again, grab all of these, except the preview sheet, which I can't find now. I'm not quite sure why I can't find this. It's very small. There we go. Okay, whoops. Sorry, my fingers are not working with me here. All right, I'm gonna go half and half. All right, so these are all uploading. I often prefer to use a font as opposed to a digital stamp set for alphabets. It's way quicker to type out what you want to say, then place individual letters and then make sure they're the same size and then space them apart the way that you want them, and then line them all up and then group them together and then resize them, and then, oh, you don't want them black, you want them to be purple, and then you have to select them one by one and make them purple. Anyway, it's super duper tedious. Some of the stylings, like the alphas, are awesome. Number 7 are absolutely worth the time. I would spend whatever time it takes to work with these, arrange these, colorize these, group these, do whatever, because they're adorable. Some of the other ones that are just kind of like basic fonts, easily found fonts, what you can find that are similar, I would not spend the time working with. So let's see, are there any other little things that I can show you? I pretty much just wanted to take you along with me while I went and I downloaded some files. Let's see here. I think that maybe I want to just try, just for my own knowledge, if I can do this. And let's see, I'm curious about, there's a paper in here. Yeah, here we go, Moments and Memories. We're going to open it up. I'm going to click on the 3 little lines right up here, and I'm going to, or 3 little dots. I'm going to say edit image. I want to make this text black. So I'm going to remove the background. Okay, and then I'm going to go to filters. I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to pick the darkest of the mono ones. Let's just go with, I don't know, Noir looks good. And then we're going to go back up to filters. We're going to go back out of that. We're going to go to adjust. And honestly, like, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just messing around. Okay, I'm going to make my black nice and black. I'm going to make my white nice and white. I'm going to increase my contrast. Let's increase some saturation, even though that didn't actually do anything. Ooh, oh my gosh, could I have just done this? Oh, get out of here. All right, I'm gonna try this for a different one. Okay, so now that I have it to be black, and you can see right here, all I did was I did the filter. Well, first I removed the background. Second, I added the filter of mono noir, which made it gray. Then I went in here, I increased my blacks to 100%, I decreased my whites to negative 100%, and I increased my contrast by 100. Okay, now I'm gonna go back over here, save to Canva and close. I don't wanna create a new design. I don't wanna download it. I want to save this as a copy, and I'm pretty sure, and because I have the folder still available to me, I'm going to hit save. I think this is going to create like an edited version. So let's hit save. And let's see what happens. Yes, it did. That's awesome. And so I'm hovering over the name right now. And if you see at the very, very end of the file name, it says edited. And if we scroll down here, we will still see it in orange. So the only reason why I did it with this is because orange is not really my color. I don't know how often I will ever use orange, but I will use black. I will totally use black. So, if this is already made black for me, I don't have to go through that recoloring filter process every time I want to use it. I can just drop this file in and it already has a transparent background. So that makes me happy. Let's see. But I did want to try this other thing that I saw in there. Let's open up this folder, this file again. We're gonna go over here to the three dots. We're gonna hit edit image. I think, okay, I still wanna do the background remover, and I'm gonna go to adjust, and then down here, color edit. So we're gonna pick this orange, and I wanna change it to, oh boy, blue. I like blue. I can get behind blue. Okay, and I pulled up the saturation all the way. Now, that blue might be too bright for you. It's a little bit too bright for me. Maybe I want it to be like a little bit more teal. So I'm gonna start sliding these guys back and forth. This is the temperature up here. Then I'm gonna play with the tint. And I'm gonna slide this, and you see how it's going a little bit more purple. It's going a little bit more like sea foam. It's going more green. And it's super green. So I think I kind of like it. Still not quite teal. Okay. It's like an 88 temperature, a -5 tint. I'm going to go down to saturation, and I'm going to up the saturation a little bit. We're making it a little bit brighter to like 55. And keep in mind also down here on the color edit area, I did the hue all the way to -100. I did the saturation all the way up to 100. And now it is this lovely like aqua green color. I'm going to hit save. And let's see if yes. All right, cool. So it saved me a duplicate, an edited version of the orange one. So now I've got a black one to work with. I've got a aqua, seafoamy, teal one. And you could totally refine the colors a little bit more. You could even like open it up and apply some filters to it and see how that shifts the colors. I just wanted to show you how to do it here, because when you edit something in this folder, it edits the like native file, the original file of the card. It creates you a new one that you can use in multiple places. But if you're in a design and you place this into the design and you edit it in the design, you're only editing that version of that paper. So if you want to use that exact thing again, you either have to copy that and paste that into a new design or into the design you want. And you have to remember, where is that one that I made teal? It was really pretty. I don't want to have to do that again. What were the settings? Oh my goodness. Or you could do it here and create yourself like a duplicate file, just a different version of it. So it's really up to you. It's up to how you work. It's up to what you think will be helpful for yourself. This definitely takes a little bit of time. And quite honestly, I have no plans to use that in that color, but I do know myself well enough to know that I am more likely to use it in one of those two colors than in that orange. So, yeah, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to leave me some questions in the comments and I will see if I can answer them. Thanks so much for coming along with me. Have a great day.